are moving from this area to that area, that's what we call distance. It's just the total length of the path traveled. So another thing, distance is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude but no direction. Yeah. So for example, if you walk 5 meters east and then 5 meters west, the distance is what? Is 10 meters because we are calculating the total length of the path you have traveled. Yeah. So now let's go to displacement. So when you're talking about displacement, the only difference between displacement and distance is that in displacement involves direction, and it's also a vector quantity, while distance is the scalar quantity. So let me also write it down. Displacement. So we are going to give the same example we gave on the distance, where we said if we walk 5 meters east and then 5 meters west, the distance is equal to 10 meters. But for this one, the distance is not going to be 10. The displacement is not going to be 10 meters. The displacement will be equal to 0, because what's there is, it's like you go like this 5 meters and you go like this again 5 meters, whereby because you came back to where you started, so the displacement is equal to 0. But if it was distance, we would have said the distance is what? Is 10 meters. Having done that, guys, let's go to speed and velocity. So what do we mean when we say speed? So speed is how fast an object moves, regardless of what? Of direction. So let me write it down. Yeah. And another thing, speed is a scalar quantity. A scalar quantity. Just as we defined earlier in vectors, where we define a scalar quantity having magnitude only. So speed is a scalar quantity. Then what about velocity? Velocity. So velocity is just speed in a given direction. As we know, velocity, the vector quantity, is a vector quantity, guys. Let me introduce the formula for average velocity. So average velocity is equal to total displacement over total time. So that's a formula for average velocity. So if it was speed, there would have been distance here, but since it's velocity, there is displacement. So let me introduce where things get a little bit tougher. So we have this thing we call instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity, this is velocity of an object at a specific moment in time. So what example can we give when we talk about instantaneous velocity? So for example, the reading on a car speedometer is instantaneous speed, because it is just